Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mustafa Qorbani. This is C# series. We'll be going through everything in C#. We'll try to solve as many examples and do as many projects as we can in this series. And hopefully by the end of this series you'll be able to program what you have in mind, a desktop application, a VR app, or whatever it is that you need C# for. Even, I don't know, homework or something probably. Anyway, we'll be starting with inputs and outputs in C#. I will not be going through installment of Visual Studio and all that, but I will have the link to the website to download Visual Studio just in case you haven't installed it yet. In this first lesson, we're gonna go create a console application because we'll be practicing console.writeLine, which is for writing something on the console, and also console.readLine, which is capturing something the user types on the console. You'll see this in a bit and how it works. To create a console application in Visual Studio, create new project, select the console application. Next, choose a name for your project. I'll just choose with 01. I'll leave it there. And then this is the framework which you're going to be using. Probably you'll be using .NET 5, which is the most recent, I think. And then press create. In this lesson we'll be covering console.writeLine and console.readLine. First, let's see the console.writeLine because it's already on our screen when you open a new project. I'm pretty sure all of you have the same thing. There's a hello world here. On top here, just before I explain anything, let's just see what is this code and what does it do. On right here on top, there's a play button, something like a play button for debugging. I'll explain what is debugging and all this later. But let's just press this and see what happens. So when you press this, this runs the application, and this is what you get on your console. Hello world text, which you see it was here written by default. And if we change this, let's say, let's write here intro and run the application again. You see that the text has changed and we have a new text in our console. So basically, if you want to write anything in the console, you'll be using this, and this is not going to change. We don't have any replacement for this. This is exactly what we'll be using while writing C# code. It is capital C. These are the things you should always remember. It's a capital C console dot W is capital again, right? And then the L is boolean, and we need to close this bracket at the end like this. This will not, of course, write anything on our console because inside this bracket it's empty. If you want this to actually output something on the console, we need to put them inside this. Let's now write again like hello and check our application. As you can see, first is intro, second is hello, just like how we wrote them here. Now let's say if we don't write anything, so console.writeLine, let's say we don't write anything inside it, there'll be a space between the lines because this, as it says, it writes a line. So if we leave an empty console.writeLine here, there's gonna be an empty line between the text that we have. Easy way to write console.writeLine is to write CW and then press the tab twice. This will automatically write console.writeLine for you. You can press Ctrl X to remove the line. These are very useful I can't even explain how easy it's gonna make your life just writing CW, double tap, and done. So this is console.writeline. For now, this is all we're gonna say about this, but in the future we're gonna tell you how to write multiple lines in console.writeline, how to add variables, and in general play with it a little bit more. In this video, because it's the first video, I just want it to be simple. Just a simple introduction to this, and later on we'll get to it a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. Next thing we're going to talk about is console.readline. Console.readline captures text that the user types into the console. Why we need that? Imagine we have a user which we want to know their name or age, it doesn't matter. So let's just go with name. CW tap, as I said, a shortcut. What is your name, right? So normally if we run this, we'll have, of course it will be printed to the console, as you can see here. But if we press, or if the user tries to type anything in the console, this debug console will close. As you can see here, press any key to close. See, for example, anything you press, it's gonna close. So to avoid that and to let the user write something, we will need console.readline. So console.readline. That's it. And now if you run this again, what is your name? This is gonna be, now you can actually write something. And of course after that, if you press, then the program will close. It will be done debugging and checking all this. It will stop. And now if you press any key, this console will close. You can add, of course, as many as these you want. I can ask like, what is your name? Get the name. After that, I can ask, don't forget these. How old are you? Let's also get their age. Console.r is capital. As you can see, the Visual Studio will give you suggestions, but it's good to remember just in case, I don't know, you're writing it on a paper, who knows. So here we're gonna get the age. So let's run the program again. What is your name? 92. And as you can see, after that the program closes. So in this video, this is all we're gonna cover. I want to make the videos short, and each topic I want it to be in separate video, just in case somebody doesn't need, for example, this topic of console.writeline and readline. So I'll try to make each topic in a separate video. In the next video, I'll be talking about data types and variables. We'll be working with numbers, we'll be working with text. It is very important, and if you don't know variables and data types, basically you're gonna have a very, very, very hard time programming anything with any language. So I don't know how and when I will be uploading, how many times a week, but that is gonna be the next video I'll be talking about, and I'll be teaching variables and data types. I'll just write the topics which we'll be going through in this series in the description. So if you find any topic that you're interested, make sure you subscribe, because I'll be posting about that topic very soon. And hopefully this lesson was helpful and you actually learned something. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching.